MegaPodTastic.
Good morning, Megapodlings. It's Crazy Joe. I'm back at the old AMC Theater. There it is. I'm off to the side. You can't really see the sign. It is the AMC Theater. And we are going to see Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills. Well, do numbers even matter at this point? It is the 10th sequel. The 10th film in the franchise that began with John Carpenter's Halloween. Now, some people will say, no, it's not the 10th, it's the 12th. It's the 12th. You're forgetting a couple there. But no, because the Rob Zombie films were not sequels to John Carpenter's Halloween. The Rob Zombie films were their own thing. They were a spin-off, a remake, a reboot, whatever you want to call it. But while the Halloween franchise has kind of jumped all over the timeline and ignored sequels here and there, with the exception of the Rob Zombie movies, they've all been sequels to John Carpenter's original Halloween. So there are 10 in that franchise, and this is the 10th one. Now, to those of you who don't remember, I didn't really like the last one too much. I thought it was a less good version of what we got in Halloween H2O. I thought Halloween H2O was a much better version. There is the poster right behind me there. There it is. Let's go in and check this out. There's the poster. Hopefully a little bit better than the last one. But let's check this out. We are in Theater 2. But first we get popcorn. Get in the Stubbs premiere line. Fill the bucket. All right, we are going to Theater 2. You know, there's something I've never talked about in these videos before, but I might as well mention it. There's one pet peeve I have at this theater. Theater 3 and Theater 2 are directly across from each other. And the same is true for Theater 4 and Theater 1. Now, this creates an issue because very often when people leave one of the theaters, they don't shut the door behind them. And that happens on both sides. And as a result, the sound from this auditorium will be loud and clear in this auditorium. And I find myself getting up frequently during the movie just to shut the door. Both doors, in fact, because I don't want to hear what they're listening to if I'm in that theater. Just a little pet peeve of mine. I am back from Halloween Kills, and I gotta tell you, man, look, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you may have seen me review the 2018 Halloween when it first came out. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I am not the biggest fan of this movie. Halloween H2O. Halloween H2O came out 23 years ago, and I felt that it was the best Michael Meyers sequel we've ever had. It was just a perfect follow-up about a woman who comes back and, she went through something traumatic and she has to face her demons, and she has her moment in there where I'm not going to run anymore. I mean, Halloween H2O was a perfect sequel to Halloween, I thought. And I really thought they never did a better film. Halloween 2 is pretty good. I like Halloween 2. I just got the new 4K of Halloween 2. I like Halloween 2. But Halloween H2O was really something special. And I really thought they would probably... They should have stopped there. I felt that should have been the final Halloween movie. So when they came out with this, And, you know, Halloween H2O was Halloween 20 years later. That's what H2O was. H2O, Halloween 20 years later. And this was basically Halloween H4O, Halloween 40 years later. It basically took the same premise of the woman who went through this traumatic incident and how did her life turn out? Where did she go with her life after having lived through these events? And what happens when she has to face this demon again, when she has to come face to face with this person who really changed her life in one single night. So I thought this movie was basically just a ripoff of this movie, only not done as well. I thought this is the less good version of this. So this, it was okay. Don't get me wrong. I didn't hate Halloween 2018, or Halloween 9 as I like to call it. But I didn't hate it, but it's not a great film. I certainly didn't love it. So Halloween Kills, I always knew I was going to see it. There was no chance I wasn't going to see the film because I've been following these films most of my life. You know, you reach a point where you're so invested. It's like, well, I'm invested now. So I always knew I was going to end up seeing the new Halloween movie. But I wasn't terribly excited because I didn't like the preceding film all that much. It was all right. You know, it's not, I mean, look, I own it. I don't hate it. I own it. But I don't think it's great. So this wasn't super high on my must-see list. I mean, always knew I was going to see it, but it wasn't, the anticipation level wasn't through the roof. Then we saw the first trailer, and I had to admit it was a really well done trailer. Picking up right where this film leaves off with the fire and the fire department coming. I thought it was a really clever trailer. Then we started getting more in-depth trailers, and we saw the Easter eggs to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is my favorite Halloween movie of them all. And I'm like, okay, now this is cool. This is really cool. They got little Easter eggs to Halloween 3. I think that's pretty neat. So I went and saw this movie tonight, and I am shocked, downright shocked at how much I love Halloween Kills. I walked out of the theater and said, they just made the best Halloween movie in 23 years. Best one since H2O. Still not, I don't think I'd say as good as H2O. H2O is just kind of perfect. It's got a real sense of closure to it. They could have wrapped the story up here and been done with it, and we all would have been fine. That was a great ending to this movie. So, is it as good as Halloween H2O? I'm going to say no. By the way, Halloween H2O does have one fatal flaw. There is one thing wrong with Halloween H2O. As much as I love the film, there is one major flaw. It's got Josh Hartnett in it, and Josh Hartnett, as we all know, sucks. So that's, maybe this is just a little bit better because Josh Hartnett isn't in it. I don't know, but Josh Hartnett, he's the flaw in this film. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Otherwise, it's a great movie. But Halloween Kills. Oh my god, it is intense. It picks up right where this left off. But then it also has flashbacks. It goes back. It takes us to the original night, the original Halloween. We get little moments where we have flashbacks to this film, but flashbacks we've never seen before. It's like new footage of here's other stuff that happened that night, and it's really well done. It's really well done. We get more of Lonnie. You remember Lonnie from Halloween 1? Very minor character. Very minor character in Halloween 1. He's the kid who tries to go up to the door and ring the door, and Loomis is in the bushes and goes, "Hey, Lonnie, get away from there." Lonnie is is an important character in Halloween Kills. We bring back so many characters from this original Halloween. Chief Brackett is back. Annie's father. He was the police chief in this one. He's back. Tommy Doyle, the little boy she was babysitting, is back. Unfortunately, it's not played by Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd played the role in The Curse of Michael Myers, which is not one of the better sequels, but Paul Rudd played the role in this film, and they asked him to come back, but unfortunately, the filming of Halloween Kills coincided with the filming of Ghostbusters Afterlife, so he had to turn them down. Anthony Michael Hall, the Breakfast Club's own Anthony Michael Hall, plays Tommy Doyle this time around. I was a little disappointed originally because I like Anthony Michael Hall, but I really wanted Paul Rudd back. After seeing how Anthony Michael Hall played the part, he was so good in Halloween Kills that I don't know, as good as Paul Rudd is, I don't know that he could have brought that kind of gravitas to the role, frankly. I thought Anthony Michael Hall was perfect as Tommy Doyle. We catch up with Lindsay, the other little girl that was being babysitting this movie. We catch up with the nurse, Loomis, the nurse that Loomis went to the asylum with at the beginning when Michael first got out. We catch up with all these characters from the first movie. They're sitting in a bar on Halloween night, kind of almost like a support group almost. You know, hey, we're the survivors who went through this traumatic thing. We get together every Halloween. We have drinks. And watching these characters come together again after all these years, it was really well done. It was well done. It was suspenseful. The movie's never boring. I just last year did a rewatch of Halloween 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 are often boring. They're often boring. There's long stretches where it seems like nothing happens. Halloween Kills is never dull. It's often suspenseful, and it's got heartfelt moments. There are heartfelt moments between Tommy Doyle and Laurie Strode, and you see these characters from the first Halloween, the love and care they have for one another, having survived something like this together. It bonded them, and there's this bond between these characters. This Halloween Kills, I can't recommend this enough, man. I can't recommend this enough. All my complaints that I had about Halloween 2018, this movie is actually because it led to Halloween Kills. And Halloween Kills is a much better film than Halloween 2018, but because this film led to the Halloween Kills, it almost makes this a better film in my estimation. Like this film, while I had problems with it, it led to something better. Now, all this is going to come to a conclusion in Halloween Ends, which is coming out next Halloween. And frankly, I'm invested now, man. I can't wait to see Halloween Ends. But first, I can't wait to see Halloween Kills again. Halloween Kills it's the best Halloween film in 23 years. I can't be any more clear about it. It's the best Halloween film in 23 years, and it is one of the best Halloween sequels we've ever had. I still think Halloween H2O is the better film, but this is one of the best. I recommend it. I recommend it highly. Big high five from Krazy Joe, and I'll tell you, I think most of my theater would agree with me. This movie was getting applause at the end. The audience was invested. This was a loud, rowdy audience that was really loving the movie. It was one of those shared experiences. You know, that's one of the things we love about the cinema, when there's certain moments where the crowd just shares an experience together, and this was one of those. The whole audience really seemed to be digging this movie from start to finish. Another big win for Blumhouse. It's produced by Jason Blum. He also produced the 2018 film, of course. This is another big win for Blumhouse, and one of the best Halloween films. See it, check it out, in theaters now. I say see it in the theater, man. See it in the theater. The shared experience, watching it with a crowd that's into it and everyone cheering and clapping. That's a way to see this movie, man. But if you have to watch it at home, it's also streaming on Peacock. If you can get to a theater, see it in a theater, man. It's so much better for it. This is the kind of movie that theaters are made for. All right, guys, Halloween Kills. Big recommendation. Check it out. Best Halloween in 23 years. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas. With the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas. With the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.